Well, hello everybody. My name is QQC and welcome to Roblox Studio. As of recording this, today is August 5th, and on the 3rd of every single month, in my group with the whole 7 members, I post leaks of things I do in my games that I probably will never publish. And on the 3rd of this month, I didn't make anything because reasons. And I thought that I will make a video showcasing all the different unfinished games I made because I have nothing better to do. Anyways, I suck at making intros, so let's get right into it. Alright, so in experiences, if we set the criteria or whatever this is called, date created descending, we're going to see all my games that I created, and there will be much more, but because I created more games on like two of my old accounts that got password guessed because I was stupid and I gave away my password and like a free Robux game or what. But yeah, anyways, first we have the starting place. Yeah, I'm not opening this. Anyways, the first game I made is TD game, which looks like this. If you try to make a tower defense game, then you definitely know what this is. There was a, oh my god, it's not even working. There was a guy named Gnome who made like a tutorial on how to make a tower defense game, and I really wanted to make one. But anyways, tower defense games will be or what am I even trying to say? But anyways, it's not even working, so next game. The next game is this was supposed to this was supposed to be a what a creative name that I made. This is a tower defense game, the second attempt of me trying to make it, and I'm pretty sure this actually functions somewhat. Wow, I didn't even anchor these parts. The map, I don't remember making the map like this, but I remember, I'm pretty sure SCP Tower Defense had this same exact map, and I wanted to like copy the path or something. So I did that. Yeah, this is boring. Next game. Alright, next game is called Untitled Game. Wow, I wonder what this will be. Alright, so this seems to be the game with this random platform with this table and this random door that I probably took from free models. Yeah, eat open door. Does that actually work? It doesn't even work. At least the sound is working. Anyways, I'm not even sure what this was going to be. So yeah. Alright, next game is Untitled Game again. Oh my god, only now am I realizing how many Untitled games I have. Yeah, if you couldn't tell already, when we get to this game, that is when the juicy stuff will appear. And just by looking at this, I'm pretty sure this is a Doors game that I wanted to make, but I was stuck in the room generation because something came up. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I had like a Doors game idea. But yeah, it's pretty much nothing, so next game. Alright, next up we have another Untitled game. And this is it. Oh my god, look at this, bro. I didn't even get it connected to the wall. Oh my god, bro. Crazy thing is, from this one wall, did I even anchor this? Oh my god, I didn't. From this one wall, I can. From this one wall, I can tell what game was supposed. This was supposed to be, which is kind of insane. This was supposed to be an SCP game where pretty much the point was there was like a gigantic city and it was cut in half by a wall that separated like a village like from humanity from the SCPs or something because SCPs escaped from the Foundation or something and you had to go through that wall with a bunch of SCPs coming for you or something. Believe it or not, the game looked way better in my head because you actually had guns in this game and there was like a really big and there was a really complex oh my god bro, I can't talk. There was a complex gun system that was supposed to make every gun bro, what am I talking about? This is literally just a wall. Anyways, next game is Dot. Wow. Alright, so this is the game. We have a dummy here, which is pretty good because I'm pretty sure this was the time when I realized that dummies are really useful for Roblox. This was the time when I realized that dummies are really important for Roblox Studio to like get a get a feel of how big the player will be to make the entire map around that. And yeah, I have absolutely no idea what this hallway was supposed to be. So yeah, next game. Alright, next game is Untitled Game. When I play the games, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a creation date appear at the top left or something. Okay, crazy thing is from this one unfinished place, I can't tell you what the game was about, and this was the first time I used studs, which is very interesting. Pretty much it was just supposed to be a turn-based game with the camera being on this side of the screen and yeah, there's a dummy here and I'm going to push him off. Well, this game sucks. At least I anchored the map. Alright, next up we have another untitled game. I wonder how many times I'm going to say that. It seems like this is a road that I anchored. Oh my god, that's progress. It seems like the skybox is also a bit different. A bit. It's not completely, I mean, what am I saying, bro? Anyways, I actually remember making this. I think I was playing Get a Snack at 4 a.m. and I got inspired or something. And I wanted to maybe like recreate the map and I started with the road. This is how far I got. So yeah. The dummy doesn't have a name. Very interesting. Alright, next game is Untitled Game. Looking at the next few games, if this game isn't what I think it is, then I'm sad to announce that I probably deleted a hidden gem. Alright, so in this game, there is a store here, and there is this machine. Hold on a second. No way, dude. Okay, let me actually add some lights and stuff. Beautiful. Alright, so this, I don't know what this was supposed to be. So if you look over here, you can see this really weird model. And this is actually from another game I wanted to make called Store Madness. Now, I have no idea what happened to that game since it should be like before this. This is also a model I made from that game. Oh my god, look at the details I made on the at the bottom of this thing. And this is the machine I made for that. Pretty much in Store Madness, you were in like a store, and there was like an evil animatronic. It was kind of fun as if it is inspired like a free roam game. On the first night, you just had to get like one Bloxy Cola or just some random item that was on the shelves, and you had to put it in this machine, and it would very slowly go inside this machine, and your shift would have been completed. But as the days progressed, animatronics would start appearing in the store, and you had to go and like restore the power and stuff. I don't know what happened to that game. I really hope that I didn't delete it because it definitely was a hidden gem. Oh my god, look at this trash can. What the hell is this? Why did I name this that, bro? What? So yeah, you guys can also see this horrible building because I suck at make buildings. I'm only good at making things indoors. So yeah. Alright, next up we have another untitled game. And this is it, wow. Okay, crazy thing is I also know what this is. I'm gonna keep it short. I saw a teaser for Subliminal where there was like some gigantic hallway and you could look up or something into the darkness because the hallway like I'll probably just show it, I can't explain it. And yeah, I tried to recreate that and this is how far I got. Wow. Anyways, it's time for another untitled game now. You may be looking at this and you may be asking QQC what kind of freaky things did I make in this game. But this is actually a backrooms level kitty recreation. This was supposed to be a, what is it called, a puzzle game. And I had like really cool puzzles in mind. Like to escape this room, you had to like enter a code into a keypad. And then there would have been like a really long hallway with like windows on the sides, displaying different backrooms levels. And in those backrooms levels, there would have been like numbers, and you had to do like some sort of math to get to the final room. That was supposed to be a kitchen, I believe. And that's all I really remember. Oh my god, bro, how did I not notice that? Also, this was supposed to be a closet. I also remember making a bed, but it looked so bad that I deleted it. No, I didn't hide it anywhere. At least it's somewhat well scaled. If I would have made this now, I would have made the ceiling a bit higher, you know. Anyways, next off we have Untitled Game. Oh my god, bro. And this is the entire thing. I just remembered I made this when I was in a call with my friends. Oh my god. That's probably why I didn't finish it. Okay, so I have no idea what this was supposed to be, but looking at the layout, I have an idea. So pretty much there is this backrooms YouTuber called SwiftBit that I think makes the best backrooms content and I really like it. And I'm so addicted to watching his content that I recognize this pattern to be, I think, level 1 from his most famous video. And I don't know, maybe I tried recreating it. The reason why I'm bringing up SwiftBit is because he's going to be important for later. Oh my god, I didn't anchor anything. Bro, I'm sweating, I need to finish this video fast. Alright, next up we have another untitled game. Wow. By the way, I'm like 90% sure that there are some games that I definitely deleted. Even though I don't even remember deleting games. Okay, now this was a very interesting game. because this was supposed to be a multiplayer FNAF game that I planned for a really long time actually. I wanted to just map out the map. Oh my god, bro, that's so weird to say, mapping out the map. Pretty much this was the first player's office, and the entire thing, there would have been like 4 players at each side of the map, and there were like animatronics that would like circle around. So this was like a multiplayer FNAF game. But it wasn't like the players trying to help each other. It was seeing who can win, seeing who can come out on top. Pretty much, you had an endoskeleton that you could build, and you could either use it to be like a defense system for yourself. For example, you could like make it stand at the end of this hallway to make some animatronics not want to go that way or something. But you could also set the endoskeleton to be like angry or something, where you could have brought the endoskeleton to another player to like attack it, or you could have just told the endoskeleton to go to like another player's door and like play a really loud sound that would have like attracted all the different animatronics to that player. Anyways, I'm definitely not finishing this game, even though I have a lot of cool ideas for it. Alright, next up we have another untitled game. Please don't tell me that this is literally just a base plate. Oh wow, I don't even remember this. It seems like this game was me trying to experiment with UI making. I'll be completely honest, I completely forgot how to make UI. This was also probably for Store Madness, the game that I was talking about earlier, where I had that those models in that game. Because it says store here, I guess that's why. But yeah, this is literally it. Do these work when I... Oh my god, play, it disappeared when I clicked play, oh my god. Did I finish settings? No, there's only play. And the UI also isn't like perfectly fitting. Maybe because I made this on my old laptop and now I have a gigantic monitor, so the scaling difference is probably showing there. Anyways, now it's finally time to move on to the juicy stuff. Here we have Roblox Classic, a game that is actually public and you can play it, but I know you won't because literally why will you? Yeah, if you look at this, this is a sword fights on a crossroads recreation. Alright, so I'm going to walk you through this entire game. This was the first zone I made. It has this huge tower. I made this all from memory, by the way, because I never played Crossroads or whatever this is called, so I just had to make this all from memory. And I remember there being a tower here. And yeah, this is the first zone. Kinda lame. This was the second zone I made, which was a mine shaft. And you can come inside, there are some ores. There are some decorations like that minecart over there full of gold. And there are also a bunch of ores I scattered around which look cool. These lights look a bit weird, but I like this. I'm not gonna lie, I was really satisfied with this. I added this part later on because I don't know, what was I supposed to say? If you look at the spawns, you can see that it's like a custom pixel art. I actually made this. This is my own spawn symbol. I even have it on my wall. And I even animated it so that it will circle on the floor. Anyways, this is the third area that I made, which is a castle. It looks kinda cool. Not gonna lie, that is probably the best entrances I ever made, ever since... What am I trying to say, bro? I've been trying to make a bunch of entrances, and I'll be honest, none of them look as good as this. Like, bro, look at this entrance. There's also another one here. So there are like two ways to enter this castle. There is this third one, but this is barricaded. And over here we have this chair and a sign next to it that says, if the game gets 10 likes, I make this chair sittable. The game still does not have 10 likes, by the way. There is this space under the staircase where I guess you can like camp or something, where someone comes inside and you just nuke them. And there is this ladder up here where you can look down on the castle, or you can just fire at other people. Anyways, here we have this cave. I remember originally wanted to make like special game modes where players had to like fight each other, of course, but like every hour or so, there would have been like special stuff that would happen. Like all players will get like guns and will like have to shoot at each other. And there was one I remember where zombies will have came out from here, and you had to like fight them off for like 5 waves or something, and all the players will have to like defend each other. Because if you died, you will become a ghost or something. But anyways, this cave, you can see the old version on the game thumbnail, and I still haven't changed that. Also, that man face cube is not even in the game. I just added that, I don't know, maybe get some players or something. And anyways, this is the fourth zone. Look at this path, bro. I love like scattering these kind of things. All of these studs were hand placed. Like there isn't a single one that is like duplicating an area and placing another one. Like the amount of effort I spent making this. Here we have this cool lamp, which is very cool, and here we have the lonely cactus because it's alone. Anyways, I probably suck at explaining these games, but like, what can I do? There are also some secrets on this map. By some, I mean like one. But I'm not gonna show that. And here is another spawn symbol. Players can spawn on like 5 different spots. Over here in the Badlands. Over there. Over here. It's kind of hard to see. But over here at the castle. Over there at this tower thing. And in 2 places on the mine shaft. At the top and inside. Originally, I had one in the middle, but when I was 1v1ing my friend, uh, I think he pointed out that spawning in the middle isn't really good, so like I deleted it. And yeah, this was the first game I actually put like effort in. And before you say this is retro stuff, I made this before games started using the retro trend. Because I'm pretty sure the first game that started the whole retro slop war or something that kind of popularized the style is Jim's Computer. And I'm pretty sure I made this game after that game, but like not by too long. When did I even make this game? Hold on. But I still made this game before like most retro slop games started existing, so you can't call that retro slop. But yeah, this is a game you can play on Roblox. It has a whole 0 likes and dislikes and 10 visits. Alright, next up we have another untitled game. Because I actually didn't know what to name this. I'm not sure if it's that, but I'm guessing this will be a long hallway. Oh, never mind. It's probably the next game that's going to be that. So this was like a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of game that I felt like making, but then I stopped because I sucked at coding and stuff, and I didn't even finish the math. This handle looks really cool here on the table, not gonna lie. But yeah, most of this game is just free models. I actually did make these arcade machine models because I think I took like another arcade machine and I like tried to recreate it or something. You can see that it has some weird things like it being like that. Yeah, I remember there being a price counter right here, but I didn't really finish it. So yeah. Anyways, this is made moving on to the next game. Actually, that's so crazy. That is probably the first game and probably the last game I use free models in. This some random game. Is this the hallway game? Yes, it is the hallway game. I took back about what I said from free models. This is Doors. This is the broken door from Doors. Anyways, I'm just gonna press play and I'm going to explain what this game was. So pretty much, scientists or some, I don't know, like some big government people found. How did I miscalculate that, bro? So pretty much, people found a random hallway at the middle of nowhere that seemed to have like electricity, and they came down to like explore it, and you were a explorer that wanted to post it on YouTube or something. That was the story, and the plot of this game is that you will find some random things around the way, like some random side rooms, like this one. Actually, I'm pretty sure that is also a free model, but this looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Maybe I wanted to make like some monster silhouette over there. Well, this is like giving new Backrooms movie vibes. But anyways, I remember making a room actually. There was supposed to be a kitchen at the right side that will have taught you that if you go into a side room and you stay in there for too long, you will like start losing your mind or something, and your vision will get like blurry and stuff. And yeah, here is where the kitchen was supposed to be, because there will have been like a refrigerator over here somewhere, and on a sticky note it will have said leave. And if you didn't, the door would like shut and like the lights would turn off and you would just die. And there is actually another room that is over there. So I have to walk there, bro. I don't know why, but I feel like starting to make new games is way more easier than finishing a game. That's what I'm seeing from all these old games. Alright, and here is this place that looks straight out of the back rooms. I'm really proud of how this came out. It's very liminal. I remember wanting to make like drawings on the wall here, like saying leave or something is watching you or something. And over there, it was just darkness. And if you would have went here, you would have died. And yeah, I really like this design. There is also this room that is kind of like upside down because the ceiling Why is the ground a different material here? Anyways, if you looked up, there's like darkness, and yeah. So yeah, this is this entire game. I also found that there is a. Oh my god, bro. I also found that there is this random room over here, which I'm pretty sure was supposed to be one of like those psychopath rooms or something, where the walls have like these pillows or whatever they are. But I didn't make it because I was probably lazy or something. I don't even know what the purpose of this will have been. But yeah, that's it. The next game, oh my god, the next game, another dot. This game is actually really cool. So pretty much the point of this game was that there was an elevator that you had to go in, and the different floors took you to like different places, and in those different places you could like interact with the things around you, and if you went far enough in those places you could end up in different elevators that brought you to even more places. So like this was the default elevator with for some reason no lights in it. Hold on, is there a better version? No, I guess I didn't make lights literally anywhere. So this was the elevator, and I remember wanting to make like I wanted to like I remember wanting to like barricade this door so that you could only look out here. Like the elevator would bring you to this office zone or something where you could just look out, but you can't actually go out. Or it would just bring you to this facility where if you will press this button, this door will open and there will be some machine behind it. And here are the meshes I use, or something. Why is a basic cube here, bro? Anyways, there is also this retro version of the elevator, which actually has lights this time. Yeah, I really like making the retro style. And they brought you out to retro buildings. And I'm pretty sure this is the same exact lamp from Roblox Classic. That's pretty cool. There is also this house, which is a recreation of the Happy Home of Robloxia house, which actually looks pretty cool. This entrance is pretty cool. And why did Roblox Studio ever lag like this? And yeah, I think I remember having to use like a key to enter, but I don't really remember how you get that key. I remember hiding a Billy over here because I made this when this guy came out and he was like popular. Uh, I'm kind of lagging for some reason, so I'm gonna keep this short. There is this random area. Alright, I reloaded Roblox Studio, so there shouldn't be any lag anymore. Maybe because I opened a lot of games that made it laggy. This was also a normal elevator place where you ended up in this green dimension with this free model waterfall. Yeah, and there was also this retro elevator place. Well, I remember this being like the moon, and you were in like a gigantic hole, and you had low gravity, and you had to like parkour up. But I didn't end up finishing that, so yeah. Not gonna lie, I really like this game idea where you have to get into like elevators, and maybe like there's like a way harder version of the parkour. And if you go over there, then like there's another elevator that can bring you to even different places that will like spice up the gameplay. That's everything here. So next game. Alright, next game is another untitled game. I'm gonna cut it short. This was like another FNAF fan game or something, but I didn't finish it because I'm lazy every single time. And the next game is RNG Fest. I don't really know what the Fest stands for. Probably like festival or something. We're pretty sure what this game was. There were like 8 doors. I'm pretty sure it was inspired by like a backrooms level where there were like 8 doors in front of you, and each door brings you to like a different fate, a different level. Like I'm pretty sure the first door brings you to like level 3999. That is theorized to be the real exit to the back rooms, and another door brings you to like a level run for your life. And I kind of wanted to make that a Roblox game where there are 8 doors. Hold on, let me actually try to make that. Oh my god, look at this door design, bro. Okay, I spent a bit too much time on this to demonstrate, but here is a door model I made. This very weird looking door model. This is a reminder to always use preference images. Also, I want to give a shout out to Kirby Fiverr for making a triangle wedge that I can use for this. In none of my other games, I never use triangle wedges, so they will look really bad. And I kind of messed up the door right there. Oh, great. So pretty much, this is what you will see. You will be in a room, and there will be like 4 or even more doors, and you will click a door, and the door will open. You will like go through it. The screen will turn black, and if you're in the next room, that means you chose the right door, because only one of these doors will be bad. So it's a 1 in a 4 chance of dying on here. And then I went on and made a literal text. Oh my god, bro. And yeah, I made a literal pixel art of the back rooms. Where I don't know why that's like that. This is a Roblox bug. But yeah, pretty much then you will just move to the next level, and you have to pick out of even more doors or less. Probably less, because that will make your chances of losing actually higher. Yeah, I spent too much time on this. But hey, I mean, it looks pretty good. I'm saving this. Maybe I'll actually turn this into a game. Alright, next up we have 2. And I have absolutely no idea what this is. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to show this. Okay, this is a very poorly put together build of one of the future games that I want to make. And this game will be really important. because it's probably one of the biggest games that I'll make. This game is like a somewhat joy of creation inspired game called Hotel Madness. And I won't explain anything. All I'm saying is that there will be animatronics that will try to get to your room. And yeah, once I'm done with Dummy Strike, this will be the game that I'll be working on. What the hell is this, bro? I don't even remember adding this. Anyways, next up, it's time for an actual gem line game. Okay, so let me show you what this is. Okay, so pretty much you're moving in a line. Like, you can't move forward or backwards. You actually can, but I won't because that will kind of screw up everything. And this game would be like will have been like a fighting game where you can see all the enemies back there. There will have been noobs and the Noob King. There will have also been maybe a red, but I haven't really finished that. And don't mind that what? So pretty much you start from this cave, and these tables or whatever these are called, some enemies will be standing on them, and they will like shoot at you or something, and you have to kill them. And pretty much you just walk forward in a line, and you would have like a sword. And over here, there will be like these double tables that will have guys trying to snipe you with like rocket launchers and something. Of course, I will have made it that your camera would actually zoom out in an area like this where you have to deal with more enemies, but I didn't know how to implement that. I also can't scroll in and out because I made that. And here is this mountain, which is here for a reason, because if you go back here into this mine shaft where there will have been more enemies, you will have been rewarded with this chest that will have probably gave you something. That chest looks horrible, by the way. So yeah, if you keep walking forward, you'll see more of these things. And then there is a bridge that will bring you to the final part of the game where you have to defeat the Noob King. There are these tables or whatever these are called with that are made out of steel or iron or something for a reason. Pretty much in this boss fight, Noob King would like tower over this entire platform, and he will be like, "Oh my god, how do I put this into words?" Okay, so I'm gonna show it like this. Pretty much, Noob King will be like here. He'll be like really big, and you have to get close to it to like hit him with his sword or something. And in the meanwhile, he was like place little noobs here that you also have to kill. And sometimes he will like start to charge up an attack, and he will like breathe fire or something. So you would have to get to the top of this table. What did I call these? I actually call them table. Oh my god, that's insane. And yeah, you would have to come up here to like dodge that attack. And when he dies, like a ghost bridge will have appeared, and the game will have actually been longer. This will have been the first boss fight of two, and the next area will have been a lava area where the final boss fight will have been like in a volcano or something. And yeah, I also stole Escape from free models. Uh, Shameless. How shameless I am. But anyways, that is not the end of the game because there is also another area that I worked on, which will have been a chapter 2 if the game will spawn me there. Yup, over here. In this chapter, you will be like fighting zombies, and You would have to go through a city, and this is all I made for it. Yeah, this is some kind of like factory or something, and this is some kind of store. Happy Home of Roblox here is back again. This will also appear in a lot of my games. And here's this beautiful trash can. And yeah, this is the game. It was pretty good. I also wanted to make like a sequel for it because I actually had a ton of lore for this game, like a bunch of environmental storytelling. And for example, when you moved on to the lava section, like up until now, you pretty much just killed. Wait, no, at the beginning of the game, you killed dummies, like over here in this beginning area, and only after that will you start killing noobs. And I remember there being like a cutscene kind of part at the lava area where a red noob would try to kill a dummy because it's like a kill on sight area or something. And you could choose between this guy killing the dummy. But alright, next game is another untitled game. Please don't just be a faceplate. Oh my god, I completely forgot about this. Okay, so for my game, the Roblox Classic that I showed y'all earlier, I mentioned that there will have been like special game modes, and some of them will have been like special maps. And I also completely forgot that there will have also been like special maps in the game. And yes, I stole this from the battle books because why not? Here's the shopkeeper, whose name was Tim, and I actually tried to animate him, but I have no idea how to get that working. Because I made like a little idle animation, but yeah. And one of the special maps will have been a sword fight on the heights, and this is how far I got making it. There will have been, of course, lava at the bottom, but I was kind of stupid because I wanted there to be like small holes and cracks in these big pillars, which I actually remember trying to make, but they were so time consuming that I just didn't do that. So yeah, kind of interesting to find this. I completely forgot about this. So yeah, next game. All right. Oh my god, what are these peak after peak? Now it's time for some TV game. This was the first time I actually tried to make like tower defense maps. And let me show you because these are really cool. Uh, this tower defense game will have pretty much been like a geometry dash world. Well, there will have been two worlds: a regular like floating islands world and a nuclear world. And this will have been the first stage of the first world. Well, the enemies came out from over here from this cave, and they walked all the way from there to from over there to this cave. Yeah, and there was this extra island, because why not? And yeah, the enemies will have been like zombies. There's fast zombie, slow zombie, armored zombie, and boss. And there's also regular zombie. Uh, Anyways, this is the second map. I remember the first, for the first map, the zombie wasn't actually the boss, or it kind of looked like it, but it was a gladiator and it would have wielded a sword or something. But it was like broken and didn't do anything because I didn't want to like stress out players for the first galaxy or something. I mean, for the first map. The second map, it kind of unfinished because I haven't really. I forgot to make these bottom rocks. But anyways, the enemies came out from this cave, and you mostly wanted to place your towers here. This is like an abandoned city that got overrun by the zombies and all the remaining survivors enter the castle. It has this weird purple tree for some reason. Yeah, let me. Why is there a boxy cola here? I didn't even remember placing that there. So yeah, this place actually looks really cool. There's this long building that is like collapsed. There is this building that the roof is just gone. Then there is this building that I remember making when I was in a call with my friends, when I still had them, of course. And then there is this like basement bunker thing. God, I hate seeing things like these in games. And I also used to make those. And yeah, this is how the castle looks like. Really cool. Very cool. So yeah, this will have been the second map. I remember the final boss was like a dude with a hammer, and he had like shield, because the first map introduced like shielded enemies, and the second map had a shielded boss. And yeah, maybe in his rage mode he like broke his hammer or something, and he would have like started running on the path to the base or something, like Doombringer from the Battle Bricks or something. Anyways, here is this map. This was actually for a planned Halloween event, because of course I was kind of bored of making this third map, so I just wanted to make something new, and this is what that was. But yeah, this is the third map. This will have introduced hidden enemies, and the entire map will have focused on them. I had a really cool aesthetic in mind where it was all like purple, and there were like giant pink crystals coming out of this. Yeah, let me show you actually. Like this, there will have been like a gigantic thing over us. That will have been this, and the map will have been split up into these two parts. And yeah, that is the entire game, but it was pretty cool. It seems like there's also some tower ideas, I'm not even sure, bro. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of how it turned out. Uh, Interesting thing, this tower defense game was, because it's a story tower defense game, I knew that the game would have like little to no replayability. So what I wanted to do is make the players be able to make their own game modes using my preset maps, and this map will have also been one. But that is why it's here. So it will have pretty much been like a community tower defense game where people make their own game modes and stuff. But as cool as the, because it's really like inspired by Geometry Dash, but as cool as the idea was, I didn't finish it. And now I have an even better tower defense game idea that you guys will see later. So yeah. Alright, next game is another peek untitled Among Us game or what. Alright, I'm just gonna go into the game and show y'all how this works, cause when you join you immediately see that your camera is up in the air. And I really like doing this. So pretty much this was like an Among Us kind of game. And and yeah, people had to do like objectives. There was this main room. There was this storeroom, or I don't know. This was the first room I made. It kind of sucks. This was the second room I made. It was pretty good. It also has this really detailed camera, or what, monitor, computer. In the next room, there is this. There are posters. This is when I started making posters, and there is this vending machine that doesn't make sense because how do the items get out from there? Yeah, these weird vending machines will be a big part. later. Over here is the generator that keeps this entire place running. You had to bring fuel to this, and then there is this security room with Maxwell the cat over there. Over here was where you could get these batteries. I thought I made like oil things that you need to put in the machine, but I guess not. So you pretty much had to get batteries and you had to bring them to this machine, I think. But why is there a netherite sword there? And the most random chair ever. Anyways, if you come over here, there is a kitchen that looks really cool. And in this hallway, this just brings you over to this room. Over here is a server room with nothing in it, but I would have wanted to make like a mini game where you have to like do stuff over here. And over here, there's a trash can, and there would have been like a room full of plants over here that bring oxygen to the entire building, but I didn't quite finish it because I don't know, I got tired of making this game. But anyways, this was really cool. But I stopped development on it when I realized that I have to make line of sight system. And yeah, I didn't really want to do that because wait a second. Oh my god, this wall is improperly. So yeah, that is this game. There's nothing else. And I'm definitely not finishing this. Anyways, next game is Untitled Cannon Game. This is kind of a bare bones game. I'm gonna speed run this pretty much. One guy will have had like a cannon, and there were like players here, and the guy will have had to like shot the players to to kill them. Yeah, that was the entire game. There was also like a parkour part over here, where this NPC said "sup," and yeah, that's literally it. All right, next up we have E. I'm surprised that this is the first game that's named E. Anyways, next game is No Name Yet. Alright, this game is, I'm gonna quickly go over this pretty much. This game had two things, like two ways of playing. Pretty much zombies or some random enemies came out from this side, and the players were on this side, and they could have like sent out units to like defend against the zombies. And then there will have also been like a PvP mode where there's like 50 players against 50 players. And there will have also been like a special map that was like snowy and stuff, but I didn't quite finish it. And these were the three, two uh, units that I made. Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool game. I might make it because we need more than 100 player Roblox games. Anyways, next up is No Name Yet once again. Except this one has a capital N. And this is the entire game. Yes, this was another tower defense game. I would have got that part there, but I realized that I actually made, in free form, I made like drawings of the towers and their stats. Because, I don't know, I guess I just show that to y'all. Anyways, next game is Random Game. Wow. I'll be honest, I completely forgot that I made this. I have no idea what this is, but I know that this was supposed to be like a Final Freddy styled game. Just because of this floor, I started randomly making this, and I'm like, damn, this could be the floor in some FNAF game. And I started thinking of what to do with it, but I just started making this, and Yeah, what a waste. Alright, next game is Chairs. This is a very special game because in Please Donate, when people bought Game Passes, I sold chairs. And this is the broken chair. It costed 5 Robux. This is the royal chair, I believe, yeah. This costed like 50, I believe. I'm not even sure. But I really like the designs of all these chairs and everything. Here is the classic chair. I actually don't remember how much this costed. Here is the office chair that I took from free models. And here's a water cooler. Oh my god, this water cooler looks so weird compared to my new one. And there's a Freddy plush. Then here is, what is this chair? The burning chair. Uh, that costed like a lot. Like 1,000 Robux, I believe. I actually don't know. And then there is this round chair. That's pretty good. How did I miss that? Anyways, I also remember there being a toy chair, but I guess I deleted that. So yeah, next game. Can you even call this a game, bro? Alright, next game is titled Tutorial. And all tutorial games oh my god. All games I name tutorial are attempts of me learning how to script, so I'm going to skip over them. However, here is the here is the shining point of the video. Don't see the assets. Let me show y'all about the tower defense game I'm making. Alright, so this is Dummy Strike, a tower defense game I started making with my friend Silox. He was supposed to do all the scripting and stuff, but he didn't really do a good job at it. I will have I was supposed to be the one who made the maps, and I'm going to show them, because why not? This was the, hold on, let me make spawn points. This was the first map that I ever made. It was called Beach, and there isn't a, I wanted to make like a, oh my god bro, what are these called? A safe, a lifeguard, whatever. Oh my god, I actually don't know what. I wanted to make like a lifeguard tower or something that you could have placed like cliff towers on. But I didn't do that because Silox didn't tell me if there even will be cliff towers because he didn't really plan that. The enemies come out from this horrible looking base because I had actually no idea what to make the things that the enemies come out from. I had an idea to make like a sunken pirate ship, but that would have been too much effort to make. So yeah, here are these palm trees. Here is this sand castle. Here is this these things, and the enemies go inside this cave. And here's this lamp. And there's also this building with the Imagine Something Here sign that has the Get the Cheese logo that I added later. We're going to get the cheese. Alright, this is the second map I made for the game, which is called the Hovnik, which is a Tower Galactica reference. Uh, right now, I don't think this map being named the Hovnik will be like good for the game, so I'm probably going to change it to like something else. But anyways, the enemies come out from this danger keep out thing, and that is pretty good. And I completely forgot to mention, Silox doesn't work on this game anymore because he kind of left it, and I'm here working on it alone. I'm still only making maps, but I already planned 5 game modes, that being easy mode. I don't know what the second mode will be called. Maybe like I actually have no idea. Third mode will be called Apocalypse, where you fight the parasites. Oh wait, hold on, I should go over what you fight in mode. Okay, so pretty much in this tower defense game, you will defend it with dummies because it was his idea to make dummies, and that is the only thing I took from his idea. So pretty much dummies have big galaxy intruders that split the galaxy in half, and other alien creatures that you have to fight start living in that second half of the galaxy. And now that dummies' lives are like halved, you will have to like get your galaxy back. I know that was a horrible explanation, but that's what you get. So yeah, you pretty much fight aliens. The lore is absolutely insane. And on the first game mode on easy, you just fight enemies. On the second game mode, you actually fight the guys that took over your galaxy, the intruders that are like yellow aliens, and they ambush. They are really creative. They will definitely give the game a life in a way. Because how do I say it? In my head, all the enemies and like the entire lore, the entire universe has a lot of personality that a lot of tower defense games are kind of missing, and I want to change that. On the third game mode on Apocalypse, you would fight against parasites that aren't too important to the lore, so you won't actually need to fight them, but you will because they are cool and because I need zombie-looking enemies in the game. On the fourth mode is called Mechanism, and in that mode you fight against robots that build their entire their entire base on your and lastly, the final mode is Nightmare, where you fight against nightmares that I'm not going to elaborate on what they are. Anyways, these are the only two maps I made for Psylocke. So the next maps are so these two maps are considered legacy. No matter how big the game gets, I'll never rework these. So these will always stay the same. This is the Carnival map that has a lot of that has a weird functionality where the enemies come out from here. They enter this purple tent and come out from this purple tent to enter the red. Or these even called tents, bro. And yeah, pretty cool map. It will also be indoors. I completely forgot about more mechanics of this game. Oh my god. Here is this map, which I don't really like that much. It's called Polluted Lake. And enemies come out from this place and they get into this random factory, and there's this guy. Alright, time for the actual third map of the game that is already finished, that being Core. This is one of the dummies bases where they have this core that I haven't planned what they're using it for. This map has a lot of hidden details. I'll get to that later. The enemies come out from this part of the map. I mean, from this gate. They get over here. And in this map, you will actually have base health, so the enemies won't like one-shot you. And this is how that thing will look like, the shield. Although it's kind of useless, because if the enemies make it over there, you're probably dead. Alright, so there is this machine that has this spinning thing. There are these go back to work eyes that are really important. There are these computers that will all display something different. This displays like a error screen that's like broken or something. There is this badware computer, which is a Die of Death reference. There is this John Doe computer. There is this You Are an Idiot computer. There is this blue screen computer, and there is this one, which has a sticky note saying, uh, guys, I know Freestar Extreme is hard, but don't watch the screen. Uh, I wrote this before Freestar Extreme was even possible. I think I actually made this map when like Rage Force 2 began testing for like one single day. Or what was the point of it being just one day, bro? Anyways, here is this missing poster of a reference that I'm not going to say. And here are these pixel arts. Here is this horrible like with your safety is not our problem text. And here is this beautiful pixel art, which is what side you on, which is Brew or Bloxicola. I'm actually so proud of how this turned out, bro. I bro, just look at this. And yeah, that is the map. There's this unfinished snowy map, but I don't think I'll finish it because it's kind of mid. Oh, and I completely forgot the lobby. This will be the lobby from the game. I actually dreamed of a TD game having this lobby, as you guys can see on this sign. Here is me, the game's creator, just spinning here. And over here, there will be like arrows at the bottom there, and you will be able to cycle through all the different enemies you killed, and you'll be able to see their design up close, and there will be like a small description of that enemy, or like a picture of the enemy, because I want the descriptions to be like in a different place. Anyways, there is this parkour, there is this rotting corpse, and yeah, that's really it for the lobby. There is also this version, but we don't talk about this. Anyways, this is an unfinished city map that will stay unfinished. And this is a secondary version of that city map, which will also stay unfinished. Even though I made this absolutely beautiful looking plank that goes through these two houses. There is this lava map or something that I'm probably not going to finish. There is this map that I really want to finish, but I probably won't. I also completely forgot to mention that there will be water towers in this game, so yeah. There is this snowy map that absolutely sucks. And you wanna know why? Because I made this while watching a Creekcraft stream. And there's this map that also absolutely sucks. I don't know why these dudes have gray heads. Because it should be like dark. And yeah, this is also not finished. Then here is this map called Mars, I believe. No, it's just called placeholder name, but it literally has a Mars rock. Wow. So pretty much the enemies come out from this nether portal and they will enter a big building or what. I mean, you may be asking why is like only 3 maps finished. Now you may be asking why are only 3 maps finished, and that is because I was working on this monstrosity over here, which is Hyakyako from Blue Archive. I'm not even joking. So yeah, this is my creative skills on absolute max. Uh, I absolutely love this building style, and I definitely want to finish this map. A bunch of other maps will also look like really detailed, to the point where you may be asking what's the point of all the studs and everything. And there's a bunch of pixel art on this map. Yeah. If you haven't noticed already, I make maps by using individual small. Oh my! So like when I'm making a map, I always start with like the buildings and then the path, which is not really an ideal way, but that's just how I do it. Also, this building is unfinished, and I have absolutely no idea what to make for the top. Because I don't really want to use these blue stuff, but I really should, because I don't know how it will. I don't know if it will turn out good if I don't use them. But yeah, anyways, this is one of the big games that I'm working on. Yeah, next game I'll be yapping too much. Alright, next up we have E. So this is is an attempt of me trying to make a realistic Roblox game. Why is my... Okay, I guess this is my face now. So this game that is named E, it's actually called, I'm pretty sure, Experiment 777. Because of a Swiftbit video, I told y'all that he will come back. Oh my god, I never noticed that protocol has that thing on the top. Was that new? When was that added, bro? So yeah, pretty much Swiftbit made like a Minecraft video on explaining Backrooms level 777, and it looks so good that I tried recreating it in Roblox, and I really like it. Like I cooked, let's just say that. But it's very unfinished. I only made like 3 rooms, and even though they are like cool and everything, there's still a lot to work on, and I'm probably not going to finish this game. By the way, I heavily recommend checking out that video from Swift, but like actually, even if you don't care about the backrooms, it's so high quality. All of his videos are. Anyways, Stored Game 2 is literally just shelves and some prices on top of them, so we're going to skip that. After that, there is E3. Oh, look at this Bob right here. I don't even remember making him. So once I felt quirky at night at 3 a.m. and thought that me trying to make like a cool SCP Foundation looking room would be cool. And this is it. Yeah. There's also this cell, and I know what the monster will have been, but I'm not going to say it because I'm gatekeeping. Anyways, this is another attempt of me learning how to script, so we're going to skip that. Anyways, next up there is another E. Alright, so all you need to know about this game is that I had a dream that Outlaws of Roblox. Oh my! I had a dream that Outlaws of Robloxia had a lobby that looked like this, and I wanted to recreate it, but this is how far I got. I remember Bob being at the top of this yellow-looking building, but yeah, I'm not finishing this. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Oh, by next up we have 2, and I have absolutely no idea what this is. What the hell is this? Oh my god, I remember. Okay, I won't say what this is, but it was a really cool idea, that's all I say. And next up we have another game that is public, which is Goofy FNAF 1 Map Remake. And this game is exactly what you expect it to be. It's a Goofy FNAF 1 Map Remake. I made this, I wanted this game to be like an April Fool's map for Roblox Classic, my other game. So yeah, if you watch my April Fool's video of me playing random Roblox April Fool's games, on the beginning of the video I was actually in this game. So yeah, this is the entrance with this gate. This is the bathrooms. This is the main area with the stage being over here. This is the parts and service room that has some really cool looking animatronic head models. Here is the kitchen that is unfinished because I have no idea what to put here. Here is the Pirate's Cove. Very cool. Here is this, I don't even know what this is called. Janitorial area or something. And over here we have the office, which is also pretty cool. Yeah, that's the entire game. I'm getting kind of tired from explaining all of these, so I have to speedrun the rest of the games. Alright, next up we have Untitled Game once again. This is an obby game that I made because, oh my god bro, the spawns are broken. So this is an obby game that when I played the Blood obby I got a bit inspired. So yeah, I'm gonna beat this now first try. Watch this. All these chairs make you sit in them, huh? Oh my god, are we serious? Oh my god. No! Anyways, next up we have Get the Cheese. Very interesting thing. I'm pretty sure I made Get the Cheese before this game. Matter of fact, I could say that to a lot of these games. I don't know why I feel like Roblox kind of messed up the date created thing. But yeah. So pretty much Get the Cheese as a 2D kind of. Why am I so zoomed in? So pretty much this is like a 2D kind of game that I made using pixel art, where the goal is to get the cheese. Yeah, this is going to be the first game I'll ever make because it's really simple and everything. So yeah, I wanted to die so that it would have been anticlimactic or something. Alright, next up we have Experiment 428. So pretty much this is a game night game that I wanted to make that's inspired by SCP-428. And I'm going to go over the gameplay. So pretty much there are 100 players in the game and one of them will be a killer. Every single player will look the same. Oops. So every single player will look the same. All the difference there is that all players will have a number over here and they will have a different number because there's 100 of them and it's going to be 1 to 100, you know. And pretty much that one killer has to kill all of the other 99 regular subjects. Now you may be asking how. Well, the lights will turn off and the killer will get like 7 free kills or something. Depends on the server size. And when the lights come back on, then and when the lights come back, all the subjects can vote out another subject. who they think is the killer. So yeah, the game is pretty much Among Us. Anyways, this is the first map that I made for it called Mindspace, which is my favorite map. All maps consist of a big room, a not so big room, and a small room. This is the second map I made, which is Caved In, where we're in a cave where there's a blood moon, if you look out there. And there is also a big room over here. There is this small looking area over here where you can actually fall down here. And there is this small room, and there's this highly detailed statue that I spent way too much time making, which is actually like really important to like everything's lore. And here is the third map, which is a classic. It has this big area where it's the road. It has this mid area, which is inside the house, and it has this outside area. I mean, the garden area. This map definitely has the most detail, and we can wait a second. Oh my, yeah, so that's pretty much the entire game. Some guy will get a knife and he will have to like kill people, and he will also have to like be aware of his positioning to so that he hopefully won't get voted out or something. Anyways, I actually spent a lot of time making this map. It's definitely the best retro map I made, other than Hyakuyaku, I guess, but that I'm not even sure if I can call that a retro map. Uh, if you can't tell this is a well, and if you can't tell that this is a well, then just tell me and I literally make it anything else. Because I think this kind of sucks. But yeah, that's really it. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I got this game idea from a SCP Wyatt video. I think, or in a live stream where I'm pretty sure he was playing janitorial mod, and I think he was doing like an SCP bingo card where he had to like read an SCP document, and it was SCP 428. And as he was reading the document, he said that it will be really good as a game, and I tried to actually make it a game, although the thing is, I kind of branched off of that game idea to make it a 100 player game that's kind of meant for game nights, because I'm gonna be honest, Roblox games need more 100 player games. By the way, this map is unfinished if you couldn't tell. Alright, next up we have game for thumbnails, which is exactly what you might expect. Why is protocol not there? Oh, because this happened before protocol. Oh my god. Yeah, my first video has this thumbnail. Yeah, my first video is cringe, by the way. Do not watch it. Anyways, next up we have skins. And this monstrosity over here is what I used in my Outlaws of Robloxia video to represent a skin that is lost media, I'm pretty sure. Speaking of the Outlaws of Robloxia video, I'm not proud of that. Do not watch it. I've been thinking of taking it down the moment I made it. Anyways, next game is War. Okay, I'm not going to get into the details of how I made this, but or why I made this, but pretty much I made this as like a meme for my friends in I don't know, to like send them for one day because I thought it was cool. Next game is Life, which is really interesting because this is also a game that I made for my thumbnails for the April Fool's video. And I'm asking myself, why didn't I just make it in game for thumbnails? I guess my stupidity got the better of me. Anyways, as you can see, there's only one game left, which is Unknown Remnants, which is my most recent game. But this game is it's so good that I'm gatekeeping it. So that was the last game that's on my name. Because if you look up here, you can see that there are multiple games, or multiple categories actually. There's experiences, group experiences, shared with me, and local. I'm gonna get over this quickly. There should be a shared with me, cause hold on. So I made a game with Silox called the Backrooms Alpha, and it has two visits who are me and him. And the thing is, this game is unrated because he doesn't want to rate it, so I can't really show it. But yeah, this is the only picture I have of the game, which is level 3 that I made because he made level 0 and I made level 3, and those are the only levels we made. Anyways, time for group experiences. First off, we have coming soon. So pretty much the lore behind this game is, whenever I first made the QQ Society group, I wanted to make like an entire, how do I say it? I wanted to make like meetings and random stuff. Oh my god, the game has ambience. Okay, so pretty much I wanted to make a game that was just for me and my group members. That was kind of like the old SCP Site 47, I believe. Yeah, so pretty much everyone spawned in like cells over here, and high rank players in the group would have key cards and stuff that would be able to like open doors, and we would come over here to this stage, and we would have like meetings and stuff, which was really cool in my head. But I didn't finish it because yeah, here's the shopkeeper Tim, where we would have took breaks, and those were coins that he made, and we would have put those coins in a vending machine that would have been over here, but I didn't quite finish that. Oh, and classic chair is here from my chair game. Anyways, there's also this janitor place over here, and there is this place where the elevator will have been, that will have brought us outside, but I didn't finish that. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire game. I remember adding something extra over here. Yeah, there was also this outdoor sport with this apple. And yeah, that is the entire game. Alright, and for the last game, the FQQ Facility V2. Alright, I just want to say, this will be like one of my first big games that I'm making. And I've been working on this mostly. That is why all my other games are unfinished, because I'm putting most of my focus on this one. You guys will definitely see it from the quality. But for those reasons, I won't show everything that there is, because there's a lot of things over there, and a bunch of things that I've hidden off there in the distance. But pretty much, I'm going to show this regular zone that is unfinished, because this is like a huge hallway that goes all the way through here. And I should probably explain this game a little bit. Pretty much, it's like a CP Foundation. You get taken the subject 001's test and bad things start to happen and you're going to be left all alone in this facility. And a part of all this is having to go through this zone, the office zones. Yeah, I spent a lot of time making this. Oh my. Yeah, so pretty much in this area there will be a monster that will be chasing you. I mean, you kind of have to like hide from it and like search for stuff. Chip drives, if you can call them. And this chip drive machine will be very important for that. Anyways, I don't really know how to show everything, so I'm also not going to show y'all what's in this room because reasons. Anyways, in this office zone, there are a bunch of desks, and I actually named all these desks, and I spent a lot of time making those. So first off, we have this water desk because it has a water cooler that is horribly made because you can't really fit a cup there. But I'm not fixing it because it looks silly. There are two desks that I won't show. There is this badware desk, which has this green and red thing, which is a reference to Die of Death, of course. There is this business as usual desk, which I'm pretty sure I made while listening to the Infected Mushroom song, Business as Usual, absolutely goated song, by the way. And on this desk, there are actually animations because that thing is spinning. So yeah, very cool. Also, there's Shiroko. Alright, next up is the cool desk, which has this monster that I made from the other game, from the skins question mark. And it also has my logo. This is definitely my favorite desk. I'm pretty sure it was also the first desk I made. Behind it is the cardboard box desk, which is pretty cool, I guess. After that, we have this chairless mid desk, chairless mid office desk, because it doesn't have a chair tied to it. There is this chair, but that is not part of this desk. After that, we have cool unique light desk, which has this cool unique light. Bro, why am I saying all these desk names, bro? Then we have desk dot dot dot. I added the dot 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 now because I forgot to name this, I guess. Over here we have a desk with no chair in. What is that? Desk with no chair intentionally. Desk with pillow. That is a pillow over there. Desk with tons of books, which is really cool because it has a yeah. Desk with tons of papers. Epic keyboard desk. Over here we have the fallen desk, which is fallen. After that we have the how is he not fired yet desk with a bunch of witches brews. Also there is this lame desk. I don't know why it's lame, probably because I started running out of ideas. Then we have my office desk, which is my office desk. This is my chair that I always sit in. This is my keyboard and this is my PC. Not really accurate, but yeah. After that, the no, you're hurting the PC desk. After that, we have the night guard awe desk. Then we have the PC desk. And oh my god, I'm lagging so much. I've been recording for 3 hours, oh my god. After that, there is the real office desk. Over here, we have the desk with the, over here, we have the day running duels desk, which is an inside joke with my friends. Then we have the knock this desk over desk. Then we have office desk with too much trash. And lastly, we have the what the hell desk. Yeah, that's it for the office zone. Over here, we have the chip drive machine, which is going to be a key gameplay thing. I'm probably going to change this pixel art because it really doesn't match these colors, these blue all around. Let me go change that right now, actually. Yeah, by the way, these are all the pixel arts that I ever made, which is really cool. I guess all of them are private. At least I hope all of them are. Bro, is there a dark mode here? Actually, I'm not gonna do that now. Anyways, I've been recording for 3 hours, and I'm really bored now. And I'm tired of all this talking, so alright, and as your reward for watching the entire video, I'm going to show you how to make a fan. I completely forgot about this, by the way. As well as this vending machine. I told you I like to make vending machines, and this one also doesn't make any sense, because my idea was that those things are supposed to like go down so that the drink actually falls down there, but I haven't thought of what would happen in this scenario. I guess you would just have to buy the bottom item. That is a sea drink that I created. It's original. That is supposed to be the witch's brew. That is supposed to be the Bloxy Cola, and that is supposed to be a Mao drink that I created. But the name is actually a reference to a VTuber Mao Sleeps, because I had actually no idea what to name any more drinks other than C, so I don't know, I just took her name, I guess. Alright, so here we have this casual desk. And to make it special and unique like the other desks, this one will have a fan that will be animated. Okay, so we have to start with making the foundation of the fan. This might actually be a bit too big, hold on. Alright, and now the interesting part. We have to make the circle thing for the fan. And you could use cylinders that have holes in them, but for simplicity reasons I'm going to make it like a blocky, because why not? Alright, so the fan itself is done. Now we just have to make the spinning thing. For that we have to think of a shape that will be pretty good. That should probably work. Right, now we're going to paste it over to other parts. I want to make it in a way where it has a bit of variety, but I probably have to change the orientation of these for that. Alright, I think that should be pretty good. It looks a bit weird, but hold on, let me change the sizes a little bit. Alright, now the most important part. We have to actually we have to color all of these first. I kinda want to make it a dark fan, but you can mess with the color if you want. Okay, these two are the same color. But my eyes aren't telling that. Guess I have to make them a bit more darker. Alright, now we have to decide if this will be the material that we want it to be. Of course you can change the material over here on the right at the properties. If it doesn't matter, oh my god. If it doesn't appear for you, then over here in the home page, you can turn these two on, which you pretty much always need on. And you can choose anything. You can also change the color above that. I use metal because it looks pretty good and I like working with metal. When this game was supposed to be like a joke, I kind of didn't really pay attention on what everything's material is going to be, so that's why the legs of this table look weird than the other stuff. I would have put way more effort into them. But yeah, now for the most important part, making this spin. Okay, so what you want to do is anchor the entire thing except for this gray part that you want to be spinning. So just select all these and unanchor them. This is very important. Now what you want to do is you want to union them. You can just right click it and you can go to union. Union is a very kind of underrated thing. I haven't seen a lot of developers use it in their games that are like UVs. Pretty much if you have like this wall here, and if you don't want it to have these weird lines, you can just grab the entire wall, then you can union it, and wow, all those lines are gone. Although I do have to say, this kind of messes up the hitboxes of this wall, so if I press play, so the thing is, unioning a part, oh my god, I didn't anchor that. Unioning a part will change its hitbox. We can't really see it here, but over here, we can kind of see it that that shouldn't be there. Like my cursor isn't on the wall, but it's selecting the wall that is like a false hitbox, and we can't really change that. That is why a bunch of Roblox games have like really weird hitboxes on some objects. But yeah, you have to union this fan, and you're going to need a hinge. Now I'll be completely honest, I don't know how to regularly set up a hinge. There is a bonus tab that you can add, and in it you can add tools, and in there I just type in hinge, and it's really cool. This is a very underlooked feature that you can bring stuff that you're most using over here. Pretty much you want the hinge, and you want it oh, that's a bit big, hold on. Let me upscale this so that this will be easier. Alright, I recommend you upscaling the object to make the hinging easier. Pretty much you want to make a hinge over here to this point. You can change the amount of stuff. I actually have no idea how to explain this, but you can change this to like 0.5, and that will like fix it. but it seemed like it didn't, so we have to go even lower, 0.25. And now, I'm pretty sure that's the middle. I'm actually not even sure, hold on. Okay, so in this case I upscaled this object and its size is 0.433. You just need to have that and make it this number up here. For me, that is this number. So I'll paste that in there. We need the hinge. And now I can place it perfectly to the middle. This should be the exact same size, and you just want it to connect to the middle point of this part. Now you want to close these. But before that, you can undo by pressing, I'm pretty sure Control Z. My keyboard is different, it's Command for me, but yeah. So set this back to 1. You can move it back to where it was. Then you need to grab the entire thing again. And you need to scale it back down. You need to make sure that it was the original size. For me it's 1.5, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And now we can go back to 0.25, I'm pretty sure that's what I used. And now we can perfectly connect them. Never mind. Is it 0.05, I believe? Yep. Right, now what you want to do is you want to press the port that you originated the hinge from, and there is this thing on the right called hinge constraint. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. Down here at the hinge tab, there is an actuator type, or I actually have no idea how you pronounce that. You want to set that to motor, and you want this max motor that to be like a really high number. That's just how fast it's going to spin, or like the maximum amount that it can spin. It always needs to be like a high number. I don't know why it's not a high number by default. And over here to the angular velocity, the number you set this to is how fast it's going to spin. So like if I set it to 1, make sure that this is unanchored once again. If I set it to 1 and I go over there, it should spin slowly. Yup, over there it's spinning slowly. But if I want it to spin quicker, then I need to go back to hinge constraint, and I need to set it to something like 6. And now it's actually pretty fast. And yeah, that's really it. If you're not satisfied with how your fan looks, you can change its size. It's kind of weird after you unioned it, because if you're going to separate it, which is the... oh, here it is. If you're going to separate it, which is the opposite of union, then you will have to do the entire hinge thing over again. However, this will actually make the part move easier, so you won't need to do that if you just want to play around with the size. If oh my god, I suck at talking. But yeah, if you don't like how your fan looks, you can also make more small changes to it. And boom. Here we have a very nice looking fan. Now one thing you have to do is you need to make sure that other than this, like the part that's going to spin, everything else is going to be anchored. And the final step that you should always do is model your object. Now you may be asking, well, we already modeled it, but that is a completely different thing. You need to select all of it and you need to group as model. This makes it so that whenever you move the object, the entire thing moves and not just that one part. So yeah, that's really it. We have a beautiful fan now. Most fans also have a thing over here, like these kind of bars, but I'm not making that. And yeah, there's more styles you can do fans in. It's always the best to look for reference images. But yeah, and this table is going to be the fan table. I mean the fan desk. You just model everything, make sure not the entire thing is anchored. And very cool. So yeah, that's really it for the video. You can also add sounds to the fan, but I'll be honest, I completely forgot how to add sounds to an object. Because you have to make like a script for it to have like a range for the sound, and the further away you are, the you know. Anyways, comment which desk will be your main if you will work here or something. I don't know. Anyways, next video will be probably on the mall game. Bro, what the hell was this?